Hey, my name's Shannon, this is my YouTube channel and I'm going to explain why I disappeared for 6 months. I was so adamant that I was going to put videos out every single week about my house, about all these things like shopping, hauls, things that I found, good bargains, all of this stuff, and I just failed miserably because my camera equipment was trash. It just made me trying to upload videos to YouTube so difficult. So I decided yesterday to go out and treat myself to a new camera, which the price of it honestly made me like gag when I was handing over my card. So now that I've spent that much money, I definitely need to get my butt in gear when it comes to these YouTube videos. It's 11:11 by the way. Woo! Make a wish? Yes. Okay, I can't tell you because else it won't come true, but I've just made a good wish. Yeah, I've got so many projects in mind. I bought a dining room table off Facebook Marketplace that I want to replace my current one. I'm going to put that new dining room table that I bought for 25 quid in the dining room, but I'm going to upcycle it. So I'm going to do that on camera and you should see it in the next couple of weeks, hopefully, when I get some spare time. I want to do a massive garage clear out, which is what I'm going to do today because that garage is just, it is too much. And I also want to revamp this bedroom. So if I show you, this is my dressing table area, which is fine. I'm gonna revamp the actual dressing table. I've seen some inspiration on Instagram, and I'm also going to revamp this side of the bedroom as well because I did it a couple of months ago and I was like, oh, it's cute, but then I realised like I'm not that much of a girly girl and it's a bit glitzy for me, so it's going to change as well. Okay, yeah, so there probably are numerous other projects that I want to do in the future, including paneling my downstairs loo, which I think that will be quite an easy, don't jinx anything, shall I? I'm hoping that'll be quite an easy win because it's just going to be similar to what I've done in my main bedroom with the paneling, but I'm going to paint it quite a dark colour instead of kind of like the light greys that I always go for. The garage is going to be the main challenge for today. It is 11:15. I'm going to take you downstairs and stop waffling on now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out everything that's in there because we've just got a build up of sofas and tables and just crap everywhere. We don't have any storage units. We have got some from VonHaus, which we're gonna set up today, and we've got some like hooks for the walls to put bikes and stuff up on the wall so that the floor space is much more clear and everything's a little bit more organized. So that is the challenge for today. Let's go and do that. So this is what the garage is currently looking like if I step back. So it's just a single car garage. We've basically accumulated loads of crap in here over the last few months. So this is the dining table I was talking about that I'm going to paint. The aim is we've got some shelving units from VonHaus which I'm going to look to put up along this side of the wall, and then we've got stuff that I want to sell, like this needs to go on Facebook, these need to go on Facebook, this needs to go on Facebook, just loads of stuff that basically we just forget about when it's in here. But I want to, like, this stuff was meant to go to charity shop ages ago. I basically just want to give it a good clear out, so everything's going to come out. We're going to put it on the drive if there's enough room, and then I'm going to give it a wipe down because it's a bit dusty, and then get the shelves set up and start putting things in nice and kind of in an orderly fashion, and then decide what we need to take to the tip or to the charity shops or put on Facebook Marketplace. Okay, this is what we're working with right now. So Rob's just sweeping up. It's pretty dusty because I've done some and he ended up getting a gash and it was bleeding, so I've just patched him up and put vodka on the cut. Honestly, man. But anyway, this is what the garage is looking like. So it's just basically empty. Rob's attaching his sponge to the corner because he's going to the football and like, I don't know when, and he doesn't want it to happen to me. Oh, so cute. But yeah, so we put everything out into the drive. So basically now I'm going to try and assemble these shelves as quickly as possible because we'll be able to get a lot more stuff onto the shelves and out of the way of the drive, and then we can start to put wall hooks on the walls for the bikes and stuff. 2 shelving units up. That one probably took us about 10 minutes. That one took about half an hour. So we're going to do the last one, but I'm going to set you up on a time lapse so that you can hopefully see how we do it.
verify those details to yourself.
Yeah.
So finally, can I just ask, is the animal that you're calling about stay in that location or a different location?
It'll probably stay here till someone collects it.
Yeah, okay. Can I ask what animal you're calling in regards to?
Yeah, it's a rabbit, I think. It might be a hare, I'm not really sure.
You mentioned its eyes, what do they look like?
So they're closed, it doesn't seem to be able to open them, and they look a bit swollen, a bit red, and it's also acting very slow, so when I picked it up it didn't like resiliate, whatever the word is, retaliate. It's let me put it in a little box.
Yeah.
It seems really cold or whatever, I'm not sure. Alright, okay, cool, thank you.
No, thank you. Bye.
Halfway through this kind of trying to put everything on the shelves, a guy kind of shouted me over from across the road and said, "Is this your rabbit?" And I was like, "It's not my rabbit. We don't have pets." But this poor little thing, I don't think it's a rabbit, I think it's a hare, and it looks so ill. So I've just wrapped it in a tea towel, put it in a box, and called the RSPCA, who are going to send someone out to come collect it, hopefully really soon, because it looks really ill. It's got like liquid coming out of its eyes, and it's just dead slow. Normally when you go near them, they just like bounce off, don't they? And it's just literally just like slow as anything. So I read online that it might be that it's not been eaten properly recently, it's probably just ill, but I really hope they get here soon because I feel bad for it. I've left it in its little box. I'm going to put it to the side and carry on just shifting stuff on here so that when the guys come they're not like, what the hell? The front of my house looks like a yard sale, like genuinely. Look at this. This is an actual yard sale happening right now. But here's Mr. Rabbit. He's in there. I've shut the box over and put the towel around him a bit. Probably can't see very well. But he seems, I don't know if he's freezing or, I don't know. Anyway, hopefully they get here soon. Good morning. Today is Wednesday. I know that's a big jump from Saturday to Wednesday, but we finished the garage and the camera battery died, so I wasn't able to film that, but I am going to show you what it looks like. So I may have forgotten to film that part, so here's a picture of the garage instead after we managed to clear it all out. But I just wanted to show you as well a little bit of some of the other rooms in the house. So this is the living room, and it is by far probably one of my favourite rooms in the house so far. I will insert a picture of what this maybe used to look like if I've got them, but the colour on the wall is Stone in Love by Friend Chic Paint, and it is the most gorgeous cool tone, but with a little bit of warmth, grey. And we built this TV feature wall ourselves, which we didn't manage to film for YouTube because, again, rubbish cameras. We also did the moulding ourselves on either side. So we've got a square moulding pattern on the top with a dado rail down the middle, and then we've got the same square at the bottom, but you can't really see because of the console tables. But yeah, it's just a really nice feature to add to the side of the TV unit, and this is something that we did build ourselves. Super proud of it. We didn't end up plastering it, but we built all of the frame, the structure, put all the plasterboard in, and then painted it and all of that good stuff. So yeah, this is the living room. I'm really happy with it. I think I want to change out the light fitting eventually to something that catches your eye a little bit more, although I do really like it in here. It's just kind of like nice and plain and simple. If you're wondering where things are from, I'll quickly do a little rundown. So the sofas are the most comfy thing in the world. Everyone says that when they sit on them, and they're the Rosie collection from Sofology, but I think that's actually now changed. I'll try and find what it's called. These cushions are from a company on Instagram called Home Cush. This mirror is from IKEA and it's £45. The prints are from Desenio, the frames are from IKEA. This lamp is what I found in a charity shop for £5. It is the most solid thing you will ever try and eat. It is honestly amazing, and if you look inside, it's just the nicest pattern inside. I think it's such a steal for £5. The marble black and white base with the gold hardware. It's just lovely. Our in-house camera system is from Simply Safe. All of these like trinkets and bits are all from Amazon and HomeSense and TK Maxx, all that good stuff. The chair is from Dunelm. The coffee table is from Dwell. The rug is from Wayfair, and I did a little hack on it the other day and it seems to be working because it used to ripple underneath the coffee table, but I put some heavy duty tape underneath to keep it stuck down, and it seems to be working an absolute treat because it was really bad. And then we've got some prints on this side. One of them has fallen off. I think I'm going to change this. I'm not really happy with this whole scenario, so this is probably going to get swapped out. The curtains, which aren't hung properly, no, I just haven't pulled them across properly, are from Dunelm, and the light fitting is from Iconic Lights. And these console tables I made myself from 3 pieces of furniture from IKEA. So if you want to see that, head over to my Instagram on my IGTVs. No, actually, was it my, yeah, on my IGTVs. One of my latest ones is the console table hack. So if you want to figure out how to make these yourself, it's so simple. It probably took me about half an hour to do each one, and I think they look amazing because I wasn't willing to spend about 100 quid on each console table, and these cost me about £34 each, so bargain. This is, oh, let's switch that off, it's so noisy. This is needing a cool light bulb first of all, and this is the downstairs loo, which barely gets used by anyone apart from when we've got visitors. We put these shelves up a little while ago, and it just kind of was something just to add, because can you imagine what it looked like when it had nothing there? It was just like a vacant room. But I think what I want to do is I want to create some panelling that goes halfway up the walls and all the way across the back of the toilet and the side of the sink, past the radiator, which is probably going to be a bit of a tricky area, but I'm sure we can do it. And I want to paint the panelling either black or very dark grey or a very dark blue, or maybe even a very dark green. Anyway, you get the vibe, something very dark. If you haven't seen Lydia Millen Holmes' Instagram account, go and check it out because her style is impeccable. She's also got a mansion, which really helps. But her downstairs loo is all the inspiration for this. So that is what I'm going to try to kind of take inspiration from. She's got a bougie toilet with like a pull handle system, which we're not going to incorporate. But I want to kind of go with the panelling style with a lovely sort of dark feature wallpaper, and I'm gonna make these shelves. I want them to be extended across, and I want them to be a little bit thinner, just because I do like the styling there, but I just think that it's still too vacant and white and blank, and it just annoys me. But I think the first thing to do is definitely change that light bulb because it's far too warm. That is going to be a project that I do in the next, I would say maybe the end of the month or maybe the beginning of next month, because MDF, which is the material I will use to create the panelling, is so cheap. I reckon the whole thing will cost me under 50 quid to do, and it's just going to be such a transformation for such a tight budget. So if you want to see me do that, then let me know in the comments and I will definitely get around to filming that soon. Right, no judgment on this room please. This is the dining room and it is an absolute tip at the minute. This room used to host a huge dining table. I probably don't have I might have a picture of it, I'll insert the picture here, but the whole table just took over the entire room. Like you can imagine, this is where the feet used to be and the table used to come out probably about here. Same thing on the other side, it went very close to the wall, had to have the chairs up against the wall, but it still came out about this far. So as much as you could get into the dining room was just like a little slither. We ended up not using the dining room because it was just such a faff to get around the table. We use it on Christmas Day once a year and I want to make better use of this room. So I've wrapped up the dining table, put it in the garage because I do want to keep it because it is an amazing table. However, I went on Facebook Marketplace and I picked up this table here for £25. Funny story, I managed to haggle the woman down from 50 because she didn't sell it for a couple of weeks. I messaged her initially saying, will you take 30? And she was like, nope. And I was like, okay. And then she came back to me eventually and said, okay, I'll take 30. And I was like, nah, take 20. And she was like, no, 25, that's it. I was like, okay. So yeah, this dining room table is going to get a lick of paint from French Chic Paint. I want to test their kind of furniture paint because I've heard it's amazing, and we use their actual paint in the living rooms and I think it is amazing. Sorry, not in the living rooms, in the other rooms in the house, and it is amazing. So I've got high hopes for this paint. The only thing that will be a little bit difficult for me to deal with because I'm very impatient is the fact that the curing time is a couple of weeks. So but I will do that because we don't really use this room anyway. It shouldn't hurt me too much to not sit in here and use it, but I will want to style it once I've got pictures and stuff, so that will be the only thing that I'll have to not do. But these dining room chairs are from the other table and I'm going to keep them because they are a nice grey colour, and I'm going to paint the legs on them black as well, and the legs on the table and the table itself. The wallpaper is going to go, do you know what, it looks really nice in this light actually, and it's coming across a lot more grey, but it's actually like a pearl colour, so it's got a little bit of warmth to it, which isn't too bad. But I just think for the dining room, I want a little bit more of a feature. I want it to not look so glitz, and I think this chandelier doesn't help, so that's going to come down and I'm going to get more of a statement light that doesn't hang so low. because again, this is a new build house, the ceilings aren't very high, but this wallpaper is going to come down. I think I'm going to try and do some paneling. I don't know whether to make the paneling in here match up with the paneling that we've got in the sitting room, or if I should do it with a different kind of paneling that I've done upstairs in the snug or my bedroom. So leave me a comment down below what you think I should do. I definitely want it panelled, I think, but yeah, and I don't even know maybe whether to do the half paneling like I will do in the loo and just create kind of like a really grand structure around the room. I might do that. Let's see. Anyway, so this is the dining room. The light's going to go, the wallpaper's going to go, things like this are going to go. This blooming bookcase, I have no idea what I was thinking when I picked this up from Facebook Marketplace. I wanted to create some sort of masterpiece, but it didn't work out. But all the trinkets that are on the shelf are going to stay because I'm going to use those for styling in here once it's all done. But yeah, they're the projects that we've got coming up in the next couple of weeks and months, so I will definitely get around to filming them, especially now that I've got my new camera. But let me know what you want to see in the comment section and I will get around to it. But other than that, I will see you on the next one when hopefully we've got a little bit more to show. See ya, bye.